before you have a business, before you have real estate holdings, before you have an investment portfolio, before you have anything, you have a unique and specific set of talents, abilities, and gifts that form the basis of anything that you do in life. And it's how you use those that determine the wealth that you create. So I'm going to repeat it. You are the wealth. What's going on? My name is JD Garnier, and I'm the founder and host of the Walking in Wealth podcast, radio show, and YouTube channel. And my goal on this channel is to help men walk in wealth, mentally, physically, spiritually, and financially. To take the things that God has already given you and use them to create a life of purpose so that wealth is much more than just what you acquire. Wealth is who you become. You are the wealth. Before you have a business, before you have real estate holdings, before you have an investment portfolio, before you have anything, you have a unique and specific set of talents, abilities, and gifts that form the basis of anything that you do in life. And it's how you use those that determine the wealth that you create. So I'm going to repeat it. You are the wealth. Thank you for checking out my channel. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. If you like what I'm doing, if you like what I'm saying, share it, like it, subscribe, and we're going to keep this thing going. Now, listen, there's this perception that to acquire wealth, we need money. We need resources. We need access to something. We need to take this course. We need to go to this conference. We need to pay somebody to do this. And sometimes those things may be true. But today, I want to talk about how to change your life for free. How to put yourself in a position of wealth pursuit that doesn't cost you anything. So let's jump right into it. These are 10 ways to change your life for free. The first way, wake up early. Wake up before everybody in your house gets up. Wake up before the sun comes up. Wake up 2 to 3 hours before you have to leave the house. And you know what? This sounds like common sense, right? Get up early, get things done. But the reason why waking up early changes the dynamics of your life is because it puts you on offense. When you get up, right when you're supposed to get up, many times we're scrambling, we're getting dressed, we're feeding the kids, we're doing all of these things, and then we out the house. And for the rest of the day, we're playing defense with all of the things that come at us throughout the day. The work that we have to do, the bills that we have to pay, the things that we have to manage and balance just to get through the day. But when you get up early, you put your mind, you put your body, you put your spirit in a mode of vision where you can look at your day, you can plan things out, you can prepare yourself for what's to come. You can prepare your disposition and how you're going to handle things. You can prepare your mindset. You can put yourself in a position of peace and comfort and go on offense. When you wake up early, now you have 2 to 3 hours to attack the day, to get things done, to get ahead of any problems that you're going to have to solve, to get ahead of any work that you're going to have to do. When you wake up early, you position yourself on offense. And anytime something is not going right in my life, anytime I feel like I'm in a rut, anytime I feel like, I just need a change, that's the first thing that I do. I wake up 2 hours earlier than what I would normally do. And it gives my mind time to relax. It gives myself time to meditate. And by the time everybody else in my house gets up, I have already accomplished enough to where I am already ahead of my day. And so by 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Now I'm focused on the things that I need to do to improve, the things that I need to do to get better, because I've already taken care of everything else and I am ahead of the game. This is a simple thing, but if you're consistent with it, it will change your life for free. Wake up early. The second thing that you can do to change your life for free: read 10 pages a day. Read 10 pages a day. I didn't say listen to 10 pages worth of audiobooks. I didn't say watch 10 pages worth of YouTube videos. Read 10 pages at least every day. See, the thing that reading does that other forms of communication don't necessarily do for us is when you read, your eyes have to focus on words. And then when you see those words, your mind has to interpret what they mean, and you form ideas and imaginations in your head so that you can understand what you're reading. So when you read, your mind is doing a whole lot of work. And normally when you read 2 to 3 pages or something, by the time you finish reading, your mind is just racing with new ideas, new thoughts, new visions, just to simply try and understand and comprehend what you're reading. And so reading forces you to do work that watching television or listening to something doesn't do. When you read, your eyes have to interpret the information, and then your mind has to interpret what your eyes saw in the form of words. And so it completely opens up a new realm of ideas, of thoughts, of visions, of things that you may not have even considered just by reading. And it also informs and educates you. And so if you read 10 pages a day over the course of a year, that's 3,650 pages. That's the equivalent of 15 to 20 books. Just imagine how far advanced you will be intellectually, how far advanced you'll be mentally, how advanced that your ideas will have expanded just over 1 year by committing to read 10 pages a day. I promise you, this is something that can put you ahead of whatever it is that you're doing in life. Because not only are you reading the information on the page, but like I said earlier, you're going to find yourself forming new ideas, coming up with new concepts, not only to understand what you're reading, but then it's going to form curiosity. In the answers that you don't see in the book, you're going to be curious about, and it's going to have you trying to find those answers elsewhere. So there are multiple benefits of reading that you don't get with a YouTube video, that you don't get with audiobooks, simply by putting your eyes and focusing on a page. Read 10 pages at least every day. It'll change your life, and it doesn't cost a thing. The third way to change your life for free is to pray and meditate every day. And notice I said pray and meditate, not pray or meditate, because I think both are important. See, when you pray, that is how you stay connected with God. That is how you stay connected and align your purpose with what God's purpose is for your life. But when you meditate, that is how you connect your purpose and who you are with what you're dealing with every day. That's how you clear your mind of the clutter and refocus on who you are and who you need to be. And so they serve two different purposes, but they're equally as important. And this also connects with waking up early, because sometimes when you get going through the day, you don't have a free moment to pray or meditate. But when you wake up early and you put yourself in a position where you have some alone time, some time to clear your mind and clear your thoughts, now you have an opportunity to reconnect with God, and you have an opportunity to reconnect with yourself without the distractions of the world. So pray and meditate every day. And it's free. It don't cost a thing. The fourth way for you to change your life for free is to stay connected to your network. Most times, opportunities flow through people. And, we get into this habit based on pop culture and social media that, I don't need any new friends. I roll by myself. I do all of these things by myself. I'm self-made. Nobody is self-made. Opportunity flows through relationships. Opportunity flows through people. We've all heard the term is not what you know, it's who you know. And the way to stay connected and know the right people is to stay connected with your network. Stay connected with and expand your network. Networking is extremely important in pursuing opportunity. It's not enough just to know information. It's not enough to just be extremely intelligent. It's not enough just to work hard. You have to stay connected with people and expand your network. The best way to do that, and what I started to do when I was trying to expand my network and really develop relationships with people that I didn't know, is to start off with the people that I do know and make it a habit to reach out on a periodic basis, not to ask for anything, not to seek any opportunities, not to try and build a business or come up with a business idea, but just to stay connected and check on people. Just to stay connected, see how people are doing. Just to stay connected and see how I can add value to their lives. They may have something going on where they need my advice or expertise. They may have something going on where they need my relationships to help them. And so I try to make it a point to stay connected to the people that are close to me. Family members, cousins, colleagues, alumni, people I used to play ball with. All of the people that I've identified in my network, I try to make it a point on a periodic basis just to stay connected. And then when I see an opportunity to add value to their lives, that's what I do. But what that does is it creates a conversation about yourself. People start talking about you. People start having conversations about you based on the value that you added to them. And sometimes that value is just words of encouragement. Sometimes that value is just a listening ear. Sometimes that value is just some advice on something minuscule, but it doesn't matter because it keeps you connected to people. And if you start to be the conversation for other people, when opportunities arise, guess who's going to be in the room for those opportunities? Because opportunities flow through people. And so if you want to change your life for free, stay connected to your network and expand that network. And it don't cost a thing. The fifth way to change your life for free is a concept that I call mind confusion. Now, if you work out, you're familiar with the term muscle confusion. It's when you constantly change up your workouts so that you confuse your muscles. And when your muscles get confused, they're forced to readjust to these different exercises, which forces them to expand and grow. If you do the same exercise over and over again, your muscles get complacent, they get used to it, and you don't see any growth or any progress. Mind confusion is the same concept. We're creatures of habit. And so we follow the same routines. We do the same things. We talk to the same people. We watch the same things on television. We read the same type of books. If you want to expand your level of thinking, if you want to introduce yourself to new ideas, to new people, if you want to expand the world that you live in, mind confusion does that. You have to find ways to introduce yourself to new things. Go somewhere that you wouldn't normally go. Read books that you wouldn't normally read. Watch something that you wouldn't normally watch. Build a relationship with somebody who you would never talk to in a million years. Put yourself in a position of discomfort. Come out of that comfort zone and force yourself to be somewhere where you start to sweat a little bit, where you're uncomfortable, where you perspire. Because what's going to happen is when you come out of that comfort zone, when you're in that uncomfortable situation, what's going to happen is your mind is going to start having all kinds of new ideas and thoughts. You're going to be introduced to things that you never considered before. You're going to have conversations that force you to challenge things that you held true for years. You're going to confuse your mind in a way that forces it to readjust, readapt, and expand. Mind confusion can take you out of your circumstances. It can take you out of the current world that you see fit and expand opportunity exponentially. Because that comfort zone creates habit, and those habits create complacency. But when you confuse your mind, when you go somewhere different, when you talk to somebody different, when you read something different, now you aren't as certain about what you thought. Now you have questions. Now you have ideas that you didn't think of. Now your mind is in a state of confusion that's forcing it to readjust, to readapt, and to expand. So if you want to change your life for free, come out of that comfort zone and confuse your mind. Mind confusion. And it don't cost a thing. The sixth way to change your life for free, and it's a tough one. Deny your desires. Deny your desires. What's more powerful? The power to do whatever you want to do, or the power to restrain yourself from doing it? See, we live in a free country. You can drink as much as you want. You can eat as much as you want. You can smoke as much as you want. You can have as much sex as you want. But is the power in doing whatever you want, or is the power in restraining yourself from doing what you want? Because when you yield to your desires, you're not in control anymore. If you love food and you always eating, yeah, you're doing what you want, but that food is in control. You love alcohol and you drinking all the time, yeah, you're doing what you want to do, but that alcohol is in control. You love women, you're having sex all the time, you're having sex with all of these different women, yeah, you're doing what you want to do, but those women are in control. That lust is in control. And so if you want to change your life, deny your desires. Take back control of who you are. Because what happens is, when those things are in control, you're sacrificing everything else in life for one thing. But when you give it up, you're giving up that one thing for everything else. And so that's one of the reasons why fasting is so impactful, because you are denying yourself something to get something else. When I talk about a wealth mindset, one of the components of a wealth mindset is sacrifice. You have to be willing to sacrifice. How are you going to get to the next level in life if you're not willing to give something up? How are you going to change your financial circumstances if you can't give up your spending habits? How are you going to change your health circumstances if you can't give up food? And so for you to get to where you want to be, you're going to have to give something up. And you're not really giving anything up if it's not something that you desire. And so for you to change your life, you are going to have to sacrifice what you desire to get to your purpose. You're going to have to deny your desires. You're going to have to give up that one thing for everything else. Deny your desires. And it don't cost a thing. The seventh way to change your life for free is to forgive. It's a tough one too. Forgiveness. I did a video on this a few months ago. And what I said was, the person that hurt you cannot heal you. The person that's responsible for your pain, for your hurt, for your anger, for your distrust, for your stagnation in life, the person that did that to you, they don't have the power to heal you. And it's almost like if you get cut by a knife, that sharp knife cuts you and puts a wound in your body. It's responsible for that open wound. But as soon as that knife comes out and that cut is open, that knife is powerless to healing that wound. The knife can't do it. Instead, what happens is your body starts to replenish, starts to regenerate, starts to heal itself. That blood forms around that wound in the body, starts the healing process from within. And if that's true physically, it's also true mentally and emotionally. When somebody does you something, the moment they do it, they are powerless to taking it back. An apology is not going to heal. Any kind of redemption is not going to heal you. You have to heal from within. And that starts with forgiveness. That starts with releasing that person, absolving them of any debt or responsibility into making you feel better. You have to heal from within. Somebody did you something a long time ago, they can't take it back. Even if they apologize 1,000 times, it's not going to take away that pain. You have to heal from within. You have to be willing to forgive, because forgiveness is not just for them. Forgiveness is for you. There's a reason why your windshield is bigger than your rearview mirror. It's because what is in front of you is more important than what's behind you. And if you spend all your time focused on what's behind you, you will never get to where you want to go. And it could wind up being your destruction. So instead of continuously looking over your shoulder, over what happened in the past, over what somebody did, over the things that you cannot take back or make up, you have to forgive. You have to keep your eyes forward. You have to focus. That will change your life. Learning to forgive will change your life. And it's free. It don't cost a thing. The 8th way to change your life for free is to take initiative. Always do more than what you are paid or expected to do. Take initiative. This is true in anything in life. Whether you're a business owner, whether you work on a job, whether you offer a product or service, always do more than what you are expected or paid to do. Take initiative. When you take initiative, people take notice. When you take initiative and go above and beyond what you're expected to do, people never forget it. If you're working on a job and you're like, man, I hate this job. How can I move up? How can I expand? Learn every other job in your office, every other job in your building, every other job of the people around you. And when you see something that needs to be done, don't ask anybody. Just take the initiative and do it. And what's going to happen is that is going to get noticed. That above and beyond attitude is going to get noticed. And then you're going to open up opportunities for yourself that you've never had before. Even if you don't have the education or the background to do it, it is going to open up opportunities. If you own your own business and you offer a product or service, always give your clients or customers more than what they expect. Because if you give them less than what they expect, you won't get them back as a client. If you give them exactly what they paid for, you may get them back, you may not. But if somebody offers something better, then they're gone. But when you give them more than what they expect, when you take the initiative to do more than what you are paid for, you create a memorable experience. You create something that cannot be duplicated because you are giving something more than what was given to you. There's a reason why people love going to Chick-fil-A outside of the food. And it's the experience. It's the efficiency. It's the kindness. It is the attention to detail. When you go to Chick-fil-A, you get more than what you paid for. You get more than just a chicken sandwich. You get courtesy. You get kindness. You get efficiency and speed. You get attention. You get more than what you get paid, what you pay for. And if you want to advance in life, if you at the bottom and you're trying to figure out the fastest way for you to advance in life, do more than what you're expected to do. Do more than what you get paid to do. Learn the responsibilities of everybody else around you. When you see something that needs to be done, don't ask questions, just get it done. Learn how to do what you do faster and more efficiently. Don't leave early. Always do more than what you expected to do. When you take initiative, people never forget it. And it'll open up opportunities that you never thought were possible. And it's free. The 9th way to change your life for free is to specialize. To specialize. So many times we want to be a jack of all trades. We want to be everything to everybody. We want to be able to do everything, offer everything. But the people that make the real money, they specialize. Let me give you an example. You have 2 doctors. One is a general practitioner, and one is a specialized heart surgeon that works on a specific artery. And that's all he does. Who makes more money? The heart surgeon. Because he specializes. The general practitioner has to see 50 patients a day to make up for one surgery of the heart surgeon. When you specialize in something, you can set your own price. When you become an expert in something, you become the market. And you do what I call reversing the deal flow. See, when you're a jack of all trades, guess what you got to do? You got to go and find the business. You have to go and hustle. You have to go and market. You have to go and find where the money is. You could do everything, but people may not need everything. But when you specialize, when you become the expert in that one thing, when somebody needs that one thing, they come in to find you. You reverse the deal flow. They start to look for you. They start to pursue you because you are the specialist. You're the person that they need. I don't need a general practitioner. I could see him any day of the week. I need that specialist. That specialist is booked for the next 3 weeks, so I got to get on his calendar. When you specialize, you separate yourself from the competition. You separate yourself from somebody who just does everything. I don't need everything. I need one thing. And I need the best person available to be able to do that one thing. So if you're in a profession, if you're in a business, whatever you're trying to do in life, don't try and be everything to everybody. Become a specialist and people will find you. And the best thing about it is free. It don't cost a thing. The 10th and final way to change your life for free is to give. We so focused in this world on what we can get, who we can get it from, how much we can get. But the path to success is not about what you get. It is about what you give. Let me say that again. The path to success is not about what you get. It is about what you give. Because wealth is connected to what you give. What you give is based on the value that you bring. I'm willing to spend a certain amount of money on an iPhone because the iPhone is giving me something. They're giving me efficiency, speed, technology, variety, access. They have focused on giving me enough value that I'm willing to pay for it. Now you take that same idea and translate it to your life. The reason why I'm willing to pay to buy a Drake album or any other artist that I like is because they are giving me their talent. They're giving me their ideas. They're giving me their gift packaged in a way that sounds so good that I'm willing to pay for it. Success is about what you give. I said at the beginning of this that all of us start out life with a unique set of talents, abilities, gifts, ideas, inclinations, habits. All of those things are unique to you. I don't care if somebody does the same thing. They don't do it the way you do it. But once you identify those talents, those abilities, those gifts, those ideas, those inclinations, that's not enough. You have to figure out a way to give those things to the world. And when you give your talents, when you give your abilities, when you give your gifts, your ideas to the world, people are willing to pay for it. People want access to it. That's how you make money. That's how you become successful, by giving your unique set, whatever you're packaged in. When you give that to the world with the best effort possible, that's how you become successful. That's how you build your work. That's how you make money, by giving. And when you give that, you get wealth in return. Wealth in the forms of money, wealth in the form of relationships, wealth in the form of reputation, wealth in the form of access. You position yourself to trade your value for success. And that's how you change your life. And the best thing about that is it don't cost a thing. I hope y'all enjoyed this message. 10 ways to change your life for free. If you like what I'm saying, if you like what I'm doing, if you like my message, share it, like it, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.